How's it going, guys? Today I'm making a Pokemon card holder, a Pokédex. Let's get started. First off, the 3D models. I'm going for a realistic Pokédex design. I also wanted it to be pocket size. This will limit the amount of cards that can be carried, but I don't mind too much. I did find some incredible concept art for Pokédexes, so I'll leave a link down below. Honestly, they are really cool and worth a look, especially if you like Pokemon. With the cleaning and drying done on the parts, I can simply glue them all together and fill in the gaps. While I do that, if you're new here, consider subscribing. I want to try and reach 10k subs by the end of the year, but I can only do that with your help. So if you enjoy this type of content, hit that big red button down below. After using the acrylic paste to fill in all the gaps and holes, I'll sand over the filler to create a nice smooth surface ready for painting. Now for the painting, nothing too fancy, just a few base coats and some top coats. All I have to do is make sure that the parts are completely sealed. Now I can move on to the casting process. I'm using Lego to be the mold box and some hot glue to seal the bottom edges so the silicone can't leak out. Next up is mixing the silicone and slowly pouring it onto the parts, making sure to capture all of the smaller details. After waiting about an hour, it's ready to demold. Now with the mold ready, I can put some baby powder in. Now this is for a couple of reasons. One is to reduce the surface tension of the resin when it is poured in, so it's less likely to create small bubbles on the front of the parts. Second, it also makes it easier to take the parts out when they are cured. With the raw parts ready, I can now start the final sanding and polishing. We all know it takes quite a while to get a nice surface finish when sanding, so let's just skip past this time-consuming bit. Now to make some of the small parts, I need a blue lens and a ring that can hold it. So I'll throw some aluminum and resin onto the lathe and get those parts machined. Those parts done, we're getting close to assembly. I'll add a bit of yellow resin to the front and give that a day or so to cure. Now this door part is not flat on the underside, and obviously it needs to be. So I'll use the mill to get a nice, even surface so that the case can close properly when it's fully assembled. Next up, a hole needs to be drilled through the case for a small aluminum rod to feed through, so the door can open and close. I'll use a mix of epoxy and superglue to adhere the small rod connectors to the door cover. With the hinge now done, I can add the smaller details. Using epoxy again, I'll glue the aluminum ring and the blue bulb to the front, along with 3 coloured LEDs. Now to all the inserts, the bits that actually go inside the cases. I did this quick design that looks like the inside of a Pokédex. Printed it the size of a card. I'll just add some resin to fill in the colour, glue a few small details in, and it's done. I also thought it would be a cool idea to make a small foam insert that could carry Switch games, so I made that as well. So the amount of cards it can carry is about 16 unsleeved cards, and about 8 to 9 sleeved cards with an extra unsleeved card. So that's going to be all for today's build. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. There is a little bit of housekeeping at the end of the beauty shots, so stick around for that. So as some of you may have seen, I recently passed 1 million channel views, along with reaching 8,000 subscribers. This is really cool to have my content seen that many times. It's crazy. So I wanted to say thank you again to everyone who watches and enjoys my content. I also finally got my store tab, so if anybody wants to support the channel and upcoming builds, they can head over there and get some cool merch. And we got a Moltres Holo Rare. Not bad. So that's all for today, guys. I'll catch you in the next build.